Okay.
So now the coffee is under attack again. By the way, the title of this video was "Woke Leftist Attempt to Destroy Family Business." So, like, he tried to clickbait people into thinking it wasn't about him and his coffee, and he's calling it a family business. Is everything a family business then? Like, family business, like, conjures an idea of it's like the family has a restaurant or they have like a general store. You don't think of a YouTube coffee business as being a but okay, sure. We'll grant you it's a family business. Woke leftists are trying to destroy your family business. It's not at all that you went into a business that was like a failure. You know, it's not at all on you as to why the business is failing. And you spending a ton of money to try and integrate a supply chain that makes no fucking sense. No. It's the woke leftist mob, right?
And by the way,
it's not that you're selling super overpriced coffee that doesn't make sense. It doesn't compete in the market.
By the way, if one review tanks your business, you weren't gonna make it, kid.
Well, this is the thing: is it's one review. That's an unverified review, by the way. So it's like, I'm sure the guy did come in bad faith, but you know what? The points that he makes in his review are actually legitimate. And by the way, we can see a lot of unverified positive reviews as well. That is like clearly Jeremy or his fans coming in to AstroTurf it. But here we go. Quartering's going to start this video off in such a jokes way.
This is funny, this whole thing.
You know, a lot of people... it's kind of become a meme.
Wait, you know what's really funny, Ashton? Do you notice that his energy for these videos are more high energy than his actual videos about wokeism?
But, you know, he won't listen to his own audience, by the way, who beg him to stop shilling the coffee. Yeah. But every video, he's shilling the coffee, and it gets to the point where it's so obnoxious that it makes you vow not to buy the coffee. Like, it gets to the point where you're shilling something so much that people are like, I will never buy it because of how fucking annoying this is. Yeah. I just want it to go away.
But his energy is so much higher than when he talks about wokeism. He's like, on wokeism, he's like, hi, guys, quartering here. Here, he's like, guys, quartering here.
Guys, quartering here.
On this channel of like people... it's kind of become a meme on this channel of like, I'm under attack. Like
As you say in every video, like every week, the guy is under attack.
The guy who cried wolf.
It's the blob who cried wolf. It's like, how many times, Quarter Pounder, are you going to tell us that you're under attack? And then we all have to give you money because you're under attack. Because we're all under attack because Trump's under attack.
I get that. And I also understand that
if you got that, you'd stop doing it. If you got it, you would stop doing it, right?
His videos 12, 2, 3, 5, and 6. That's crazy, dude.
Most annoying people imaginable when it comes to, pushing things. Annoying people. And I also understand that I'm probably one of the most annoying people imaginable.
That's a crazy...
Self alert! Self alert! Isn't that crazy work? Where he's like, listen, guys, I'm aware this is really, really annoying and it's been done to death, but I'm going to do it anyway because I really need to sell this coffee. I really do.
Who says that?
When it comes to, pushing things, like my coffee or, the amazing... Trump cookbooks now that have
the amazing Trump cookbook.
Listen,
man, not everything needs to be political. When it comes to the point where our cookbooks are political, maybe it's gone too far. Do you know what I'm saying? Our cookbooks have to be blessed by Lord Trump himself. And like, we can't even feed ourselves without making it about Trump.
But the sentence is so much crazier because he's like, I know I'm annoying when I'm pushing our great cookbooks, the MAGA style, now with 120 recipes.
Also, it's an apolitical coffee company, but he's shilling the Trump cookbook.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Come on.
No,
these are totally different. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
The
going to be
amazing-
surely lining up to buy Anita Sarkeesian's coffee. We all know it's not political at all, right?
Trump cookbooks now that have 120 over 100 recipes, things like
Come on,
that.
bro. That's a
Hashtag
charity.
ad.
So, like, the reality of it is, any recipe you want, you can find online now.
Yeah.
So many recipes for any fucking dish, or you could buy an actual cookbook.
It's a
from, like,
novelty
an actual,
item. It's novelty.
This is a novelty item. He's asking you to part with your money for a charitable cause, which is his political grift. That's
like
what
a
he's
Spencer's Gifts.
That's
like,
not a
thing.
real business.
Yeah.
It's not a real business. It's a charity.
But also kind of the people that come after me are so deranged and so weird. I never really understand their tactics. So like last week I told you about this Twitter dork that like sent in fake
By the way, if the tactics were so weird and retarded and they're dorks, why would you make a whole dedicated video about it?
About how you're under attack?
It means it's
almost
working.
like I wouldn't be surprised if he was writing these bad reviews against him himself.
Yeah.
So that he can make a video grifting off of it. Because
Whoa.
that's ultimately, it's like this victim mentality. We're being oppressed. Please buy our stuff. Please, guys, we're being silenced. It gets to the point where I start to get skeptical because these are all unverified reviews.
Wow.
you know, customer service requests to waste time of my customer service team. There are people, and you guys always respond, by the way. You know, like you guys went hard on those founders packs. If you have a founders pack, by the way, you're getting.
If people went so hard on the founders pack, why are you still shilling it? Couldn't you just be happy that everybody went so hard on the founders pack?
Yeah, your video should be like, we sold a lot of founders packs.
Obviously, people didn't go that hard on the founders pack.
How many do you think he sold for real? 80.
I bet. Yeah, that's about what I was going to say. Maybe 100.
Yeah, 80 to 100.
The email. You should be getting an email today about when they're coming.
By the way, did you hear that, Ashton? Listen to this.
If you have a founders pack, by the way, you're getting the email. You should be getting an email today about when they're coming.
What?
Why wouldn't we immediately know when we purchase? So what you're saying is, instead of just going to the store and getting coffee, or just picking a 2-day Amazon Prime coffee and sending it to our house, we have to purchase coffee sight unseen, not knowing when it's going to come to our house, and spend $100 on it, not even knowing when we're going to get. Like, how out of touch are they? Like, this is crazy.
This is like a comic book sale. Like how
who
people
the,
sell
fu-
comic
who the fuck has money for this?
No,
I'm serious. Like, you have to be like a very specific person in order to buy this coffee pack. You have to be somebody that has $100 to just light on fucking fire, who also loves the quartering so much that you're willing to light that $100 on fire for quartering. You have to worship Trump and be like, it's a very small market, and he wonders why it doesn't sell.
But wait, it's not even like you buy it and then it's like, okay, it's gonna be here in like a month. We're gonna email you in 2 weeks the date it'll be sent.
It sounds like you don't have this business figured out at all.
No,
and it might just be best to cut your losses and use your successful business to pay down your debts and move on.
Ash.
But oh no, it's down to the average consumer, the average viewer of these videos, people who might be living paycheck to paycheck, and they're being extorted, being told Jeremy's going to be homeless, he's having to sell all his stuff, your favorite YouTuber, unless you give him $100 for this coffee.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking slimy. This guy's a multi-millionaire with private planes. And we're talking about how you, the viewer at home, have to bail him out of his bad decision. Why?
Yeah.
They should be shipping. Maggie, when are they shipping?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know when his own coffee is shipping.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we have a few items we're waiting on, but
Wait.
when are they shipping?
We're still waiting for all of our items.
Yeah.
She goes, we're still waiting for all our inventory.
So you don't even have inventory.
No.
What is going on?
Wait, what?
We have a few items we're waiting on, but pretty soon. But you know, I get it. I know people get.
This is like a video game being released. Oh, we have to delay it, or a comic book. Like, no, this is coffee, bro.
Annoyed with the content. Oh, Meta PCs, promo code Rumble. Oh, you know. But what I've always wanted to do is build at least one thing that could make.
I'm gonna die.
How much money is enough? Like I mean, really, how much money is enough to complain about Disney 5 times a day?
Yeah.
Like, the ad revenue is not enough. The Meta PC is not enough. The other sponsor, the coffee business, the subscriptions to the website, like the super chats, the super stickers, like the monthly donations. Like, when is enough enough? Like, I need to expand it to be bigger, and like, for what purpose, bro? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's just greed.
Maybe sustain my family outside of YouTube.
By the way, sustain your family. Like, when you were
sustain your family,
he was making at least $20K a week on YouTube, at least minimum. That's like if people see one ad per video, maybe even $30K a week, and you can't handle $120K to make 5 webcam videos. It's not like there's like HD cameras.
I've just received word from Josh Moon that he will be receiving his coffee brand coffee, and he will be reviewing.
We'll watch the review on the show. Shout out
Josh is going to review his coffee brand coffee. He got his email of when it's going to arrive. Now, I don't think he got the founder pack, so I don't know what's the update for the founder pack people, but he's going to compare that coffee to this brand of coffee he does. See here.
Rifle?
Cafe Bustelo.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for that. Did he buy the freeze-dried strawberries too?
I don't think he bought the freeze-dried strawberries, to be honest. No.
Which is why I started, Coffee Brand Coffee, which is why I called it Coffee Brand Coffee, instead of calling it
by the way, Josh Moon, I was watching his show. He had this segment on quartering, and he said the funniest thing. He goes, chat, type out Coffee Brand Coffee in Google. There was like 20 search results before you see even quartering's thing. Like,
by the way, so he didn't get the Founders Pack. So the Founders Pack supporters are still out in the cold. But he got the Ultra Dark Roast. He messaged Jeremy asking for a recommendation. Jeremy recommended the Ultra Dark Roast.
Ooh.
So we're going to find out. My guess as to how this coffee is going to be is very average.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to be shit, but it's not going to be worth like paying 3 or 4 times the regular price.
Yeah. And you're not going to reorder it because when you buy coffee,
it's not a sticker of quartering.
Yeah.
Liberal Tears blend, and then just cashing out, buying, owning the production lines and things.
Understand what you are. It would have made more sense to do Liberal Tears coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to compete with the giant coffee companies on Amazon. You're not going to have a better supply chain than them. This is fucking delusional. Just sell your audience what they want. All they wanted was Leftist Tears coffee as a gag gift. Do it as a drop ship, option, and just collect money. Like, seriously, like, I don't know.
TikTok Conspiracy has gifted 5 subs. And JoJo stand for a sub, Roboto for a sub, and Big Bowls for a sub. Let's fucking go. Big support today.
Spasticus Autisticus, great name
let me just get
for a sub as well.
We have one more, and I'm sure we'll hit it because you guys are awesome. Let me just go new here.
BF234 for 5 subs.
Sheesh. Let's go. Big support. Thank you. How about this, folks? Here, I'll give you a little prize. If we hit the goal in the next 30 minutes, I will show the RTU parody card for the video game.
And Hand of God Gaming
That's
for
pretty good,
a
right?
sub. We'll see.
Do they want to see the RTU? It's really funny. I think
Strong like bull subscribed.
All right, guys. So,
all right.
Hang on 1 second.
Because we gotta get.
I know
like,
we're
we have
the show.
so much content. We went way too long on sticks, but
I have to.
The thing is, I had to because I knew we would go long on. I knew I had a lot to say, So I
good.
trimmed out some of Styx's stuff. Like 'cause there
Listen.
was just a lot of it, but a
If
lot
we
of it
save
was
stuff
really
for Wednesday, it
repetitive
doesn't matter.
and low energy in the Styx
Look,
segment. So.
we might not have to do the DSP versus Dave. We don't even know.
It's like that this is always the goal, so that, you know, I didn't want, everyone does like drop ship coffee. I'm not going to call anyone out in particular, but it's very easy. I could have went to this company in like New York.
Senile 11 for 5 subs. Big support. Sorry, let me just add that in there. I'll be making the sticker in the background.
And they'll handle everything, right? I tell them, here are the stickers I want on the bag. Give me a Colombian, give me whatever. And I would make $10 a bag. And it would be whatever mediocre coffee that, you know, is out there. And I would have made a lot more money doing that. But you don't own anything then. So you spend years cashing out extra money, but you didn't own anything. You don't put any blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, you put the blood, sweat, and tears. Shut the fuck up.
I don't understand then. Like, so if it's about your blood, sweat, and tears and your struggle, why are you crying so much about your struggle?
What about the struggle of the Disney people you make fun of quartering?
No, but he chose to struggle. He chose to do it the hard way. And now that he failed, he's asking you, the viewer at home, to bail him out to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Oh, your struggle.
I don't get it.
Yeah, this really is mind struggle, right?
You know, yesterday alone,
Mind Coffee
had 3 people doing cupping here of 6 new blends that were working. So it's like grinding the beans, tasting.
6 new blends? Keep it at like the fucking base.
I don't know, man. There's somebody in chat said just buy a fucking car wash.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I would do is I would
buy
just
McDonald's
buy
or something.
You know, I would buy something in my own local community to fall back on when the grift fails.
I think
you know
Amaranth owns like 10 McDonald's in her area, and she makes $1 million a month off of that.
I don't know. Like, no one asked for this. No one wants this, Jeremy.
Yeah.
It's you forcing this idea that you're this coffee entrepreneur. Like, you would get laughed out of any fucking venture capital meeting. This isn't a real business. This is a joke. They would tell you if you went on Shark Tank or whatever, they would tell you there's no way to scale this business. You're a cockroach. What's proprietary about this? What about your coffee can nobody else take or steal? And nothing. And then it's like, okay, what happens to this business if you die tomorrow, Jeremy? If you get hit by a bus, what happens? It's dead. Like, this entire business is literally reliant on a YouTube channel pushing ads constantly to their viewers about it. Yeah. And they still can't turn a fucking profit. It's a joke.
Buddy, you should have just stuck to YouTube ads.
Tasting it, providing feedback, getting it re-roasted. This takes a lot of time. So it kind of broke my heart when people who are, you know, who don't care for me decided that, you know, I've been very honest about, hey, our Mother's Day gift box thing on Amazon is the biggest deal.
I like how this is also an ad
Mother's Day gift box? No, the whole video is just an ad. Your content, sir, it's just an ad. Like, what are we doing?
We usually sell out on our own website, but I made the huge gamble of putting it on Amazon and making way less money in hopes of finding more people. Well, reviews are extremely important, and that's why I said, hey, like, you know, a couple hundred people have bought it already.
Oh my God, we got to get through this. But I just,
all good. No,
it's just like, listen, the reason that the reviews don't fucking matter, Jeremy, nobody is going through Amazon and selecting your coffee. Yeah. They're not. It wouldn't matter what the reviews are like. People are seeing it compared to the other brands. It's 3 or 4 times as expensive. Nobody is buying it on Amazon, bro. The only people who are buying your product are people who are already diehard quartering fans who would buy the coffee even if it was shit scraped off your shoe.
Yeah.
They would. Like that's who buys your coffee. It's not the average Joe Blow consumer on Amazon. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Please come back and leave a review. Reviews are important. It's how you rank. It's how, you know, a normie would buy it. I mean, my coffee is now.
Hang on. Let me just, how a normie would buy it. You know how a normie buys it? You type in what coffee you like, you fucking idiot, or read reviews.
Allowed to be, you know, it's shipping free overnight. You used to have to pay $15 on my website.
Overnight? We gotta wait fucking 3 weeks for your coffee overnight.
Yes.
What do you mean overnight?
Ship it. So it's cheaper than it ever was, and it's coming the same night. Reviews are starting to come in. But then I noticed this 1-star review, and I was like, that's odd because really the only people that are...
That's
By
odd.
the way, isn't this painting a giant red target telling everybody who wants to troll him to leave a 1-star review? Like, because it bothers him that much. Like, how dumb is he?
You know, you're right.
Are buying it right now are people who have bought it before or who will hopefully buy it after this video to get their Mother's Day gift out of the way, but to support the channel. I know that the gift box, I know it's on the pricier side. My hope is that with Amazon by next year.
Oh my God.
He
by the way,
admits that it's outrageously priced.
I was sent one of the new 6. I was sent one of the new 6 flavors he was working on there. There it is, guys.
Coffee.
I'll be able to sell this same box for 15% less money.
This is shameless. He got 96% 5-star, but the 1-star review, he just had to speak on it. This is all an excuse to make this grifting video so he could advertise his coffee again. It wasn't enough that he advertised it on 25 different videos this week. He had to make a whole video that was an ad for it.
Make the same amount.
Wine coffee, that's so funny.
But Gabe, I noticed this odd 1-star review where
odd.
Okay.
Treat yourself and others. The most pretzels are super addictive. What?
AI wrote this.
Is that a grammar error?
Everything, everybody look.
Excellent product. Who talks like that?
That's totally real. By the way, it's called Human 44655. you know, is that 5-star review real?
I am a human. Here is my review.
I purchased.
Oh my God!
Amazing that you saw that.
This is 5.
Human.
5.
God, let me see these. Okay.
5. With pictures, so they actually bought it. So I'm like, what the heck? A 1-star review? Let me look.
He's doxing everyone who reviewed
this. No, but what's in this review is totally legit. By the way, it says very poor value for the money, which even Jeremy admitted his box is on the pricier side. Like, let me just read this review.
Go.
There are 6 items in the package. Let's just assume the products inside are good quality. Because, by the way, Jeremy doesn't read the full review. Obviously, we'll not know for sure until Mom opens her present, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt here. The reusable K-cup adapter, first off, nothing special, but it's nice to include. Doesn't really add much value since a 4-pack of these are under $10. The 2 bags of coffee, medium roast and blueberry cobbler. Note these bags are only 12 ounces and retail for $18 on the store. This is shockingly expensive for coffee and multiple times more expensive than any other Colombian coffee on the market. Buying them in this prepackaged box is somehow even more expensive than buying them individually.
Whoa.
So this is all legit, and it's actually, in my opinion, in pretty good faith to give him credit.
Well, and by the way, the other reviews were 1 paragraph. This is like a fucking thought out novel.
Then it's the 3 snacks, yogurt covered pretzels, chocolate covered coffee beans and honey sticks. The pretzels and beans, same issue as the coffee, just far too expensive for what you were getting. The honey sticks, the same issue, but 100 times worse. There are only 10 sticks in the package. At my local farmer's market, these are 4 for $1, and you can get a 50-pack at Walmart for $15.
Okay.
All in all, very stingy with the portions for what you are paying. You could put together a comparable package of name brand items for much less and get much more. Upon further questioning, my brother admitted this company belongs to a conservative political YouTube channel he follows, and he bought it to support a political influencer. then went on a very strange tangent that I'd rather not get into. Even if this is a woke leftist, okay, which there's really no indication that they are, what they're saying is true. So this is all just damage control and cope from quartering.
It's not like, fuck quartering, I think his videos suck, therefore the coffee sucks.
And then
Wait, here's more. That brings me to my final gripe with this product. The packaging. It comes in a generic branded box that looks like it went through hell. Unsure of how much this was on Amazon's end or what happened before shipping, but I see in other review pictures, the box was also damaged, so we were not the only one. Aside from the crumpled damage, the box was fairly worn down. Looks like it had been getting moved around a lot. And it's not my Mother's Day themed.
Wait, it's not even Mother's Day themed?
Wait.
And it's the Mother's Day pack?
Oh. Inside it has instructions to record the product being opened and post a review printed inside the box. So outside the box, there's packaging. Open, and there's a paper. It goes, before you open this, fire up the YouTube vid. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Okay. Very tacky and confusing package for an item intended to be gifted to your mom. I went to the website. The inside of the box is begging you to leave a review. And the chocolate-covered beans were listed at $13 individually. In this box, you were effectively paying $20 for each for the 5 items, one of which is roughly $3 worth of honey sticks. Plus the black branded cardboard box and K-cup adapter thrown in. If the presentation was much nicer or the portions were larger or the price was lower, I can maybe forgive some markup. However, I am leaving a 1-star review on this item for the very low value of products you're getting for $100. I ended up giving my brother half, but insisted we would be repackaging this item in a proper gift bag before giving it to mom. And he will need to check in with me before any more split gift purchases in the future. Very disappointed, as I feel he was manipulating into purchasing an overpriced product by an online influencer.
I mean, this is a real review, isn't it?
Beyond.
This is a very credible review. I don't know.
It's not like a troll review. It's like very like, whoa, buddy. So the brother goes, don't worry, sis. I got the present. There's this guy selling these boxes for mom. You buy the box, and she goes, listen, we're going to have to repackage this.
I mean, maybe it is an A-log. Maybe it is a troll or a leftist. But the thing is, the points that they're making are true. So I don't even really know if it matters. Anyway, let's see how Jeremy's under attack. He got a bad review.
This is crazy.
And then look at this thing they wrote.
Yeah.
All this long. And then they gave it a 1-star. And guess what? What a coincidence. This person is not a verified purchaser.
Neither were the ones who reviewed your 5-star.
Some of them were, but a lot of them
Not
weren't.
all, though.
I mean, look at the kind of reviews this person leaves. Product engineering fail. Not a good idea. No idea why this product is sold as a dog leash. I absolutely would not trust this item to hold up to a large dog. The handle's too flimsy.
So wait a minute.
But look at the other reviews.
But wait a minute. But that is a verified purchase.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
and
look at
it's
this.
like, okay, listen, here's what I'll say. Most people don't leave positive reviews. It's more common to leave a negative review, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I mean,
my
if
girlfriend-
you have a bad experience, you're more likely to give a review.
Mm-hmm.
And asked if the leash was for the dog or for her, so at least it'll get some use. Like, what? He writes this whole...
By the way, hang on. Watch this. He's left 5 stars. Changed my life for a fucking fence.
Yeah.
Love these. Like 5 great mouse.
I don't know. But what's it's like? Why does this one person's review matter to you that much?
You know? Yeah.
Leaves. By this
Weird.
so at least he'll even ran it through Grok. Here's what Grok said. I said,
What?
does this review look suspect. Here's what Grok said.
Okay.
We're asking AI whether a review is suspect.
Listen.
This guy did Disney stop making movies? Like, why is this one of the 5 videos that we get in a day?
Save me, Elon. Grok is so mid, by the way. It's terrible. I'm not
a few elements could raise questions about the authenticity when scrutinized. The pricing math, $20 per item for 5 items, seems slightly off over the oversimplified $100 for a package with 6 items. Might suggest an exaggeration.
Okay, the guy was off by a buck or two.
Quartering, how about you give us an actual breakdown then and prove that it's not overpriced? You can't because it is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Price or lack of precision. The mention of the company being tied to a conservative political YouTube channel feels oddly specific and could hint at a fabricated or exaggerated detail to push a narrative.
But it is true though. Because you are a conservative YouTube and it's tied to you. That's not like pushing a narrative. It's like, yeah, he's a conservative guy who owns it.
Though it's not implausible. The review is also quite long and polished for a casual user. It might suggest that it was written with extra care or intent.
Write your review like a mouth-drooling card for it to be considered real. Okay. I didn't like it. And then it's like, this person's a retard. So there's no winning with Jeremy.
Ash, this video is crazy. I don't think you know what you've stumbled on, man.
That's exactly what this review did. Now, I reported it.
Are you?
What do you reported the review?
Wait, what do you mean you reported the review?
Oh, man.
One low review and you're reporting it?
Who knows if Amazon will remove it or not. But this is why I'm so, this review is bad enough to tank our score.
Okay, guys. He is giving trolls the number one thing to ruin his mental state.
I know. What is wrong with him?
Oh my God, you're so dumb. You're so dumb,
He's
Jeremy.
so in favor of free speech, by the way, that he reports you for giving an opinion on his product.
That's crazy.
That's why verified reviews. Look at this. My younger brother excitedly presented this as a gift purchase for my mother's birthday in 2 weeks. Asking for, so you bought it for your mom's birthday, even though it's a Mother's Day box.
Okay. I'm going to snap. I'm actually going to lose my mind here.
Is this guy okay? This is so wild, bro.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Ever.
Stank face, bro. He's fucking rattled.
I gotta find this video for the comments.
Bro, how does this beat the? It's on his channel. It was I think 2 days ago. It's called "Woke Tries to Destroy Family Business."
Oh, is that what it's called? Jesus.
Now watch. This is how I know it's a lie. This is why I'm asking people for my birthday, which is tomorrow, to pick up their Mother's Day gift box. And when
He's asking you for his birthday,
Alex.
No way. No way,
buddy! This is crazy.
Whoa. He's like, listen, my birthday's tomorrow, and the best thing you could do for my birthday is buy my coffee, please.
But isn't it? This is
a Phil level grift, bro.
What's the video? Oh my God, he posts so many fucking videos, bro. Oh my God.
Get it? Take a picture, leave a review. Or if you don't want the Mother's Day gift box, pick up any of our other coffee. And, take a picture, leave a review. And so first of all, here he says it's for the birthday, right? At first, I had trouble believing this actually costs $100, which led me to the product website and ultimately here. Indeed, it is what you get for $100. There are 6 items in the package.
Now, Quartering always complains about doxing, how if you say his real name, it's doxing. But do you notice that he has, his city and postal code and his wife's name just openly displayed on this page? So how can he really? Because the guy will lose his mind if you say his name is Jeremy Hambley, even though it's he's actually gone by that on business correspondence and public stuff.
I think he deleted the video, dude.
No, it's in there. I had trouble pulling it up there earlier today. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Woke coffee attack. I can't find it anywhere.
I'll get it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Let's assume the
but there's
package,
something else.
indeed, it is what you get for $100.
By the way, the Grok thing said, he said 5 items, right? But it was 6 items with the mask off. But no, in the review, it says 6 items.
It's right
There
here.
are 6 items.
Grok is fucking wrong. Like, why would you trust AI? Like, you have to always.
It's woke psychos try destroying local business for being conservative.
Okay.
Which I thought the coffee was apolitical, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
You know, a lot of people.
Let me just see this real quick.
Look at the title. Just show them the title. It's unhinged.
Fucking
Woke psychos try destroying local business for being conservative, and it backfires.
hopefully.
So, like, psychos, this is one review. Where
Look
is
at
the
this.
plural?
Look at this, bro. Number 1 of the of a rule of the internet: never feed the trolls. One bad review. People are destroying my business. Wait. Jeremy sells coffee.
When did this happen, and why doesn't he ever talk about it? Jeremy, from someone who runs a multi-million-dollar company, stop worrying about 1 or 2 reviews that are bad. I'm not worried about 1 negative review. Proceeds to make an entire video about a negative review. Bought your coffee, didn't like it.
Was just personal thing, not my bag. Gave it to my nephew.
This guy underneath nails it, by the way. Me as a fellow business owner, first time, there will be more, especially now since you featured it. Just warning you. Love you, Jeremy, but this is thin gruel for a video. You already put too many ads in your videos. So this is about you, and you wonder why you annoy people. Because the title is meant to make you think it's like some small conservative bakery that refused to bake cakes for a homosexual couple, and now they're you know what I mean?
Wait, look at this guy. Gotta love how much time liberals have. But Quartering made a video about this.
Coffee is way too expensive. The cookbooks are cringe.
Very
Local
true.
business to followers out of state and that are worldwide for a business that guarantees delivery outside of the U.S. It's not a local business. This is bullshit.
Yeah. This is an advertisement pretending to be news.
I'm a fan of your content, but this type of thing encourages me to make a 1-star review because of you crying about a bad review, deserved or not.
Very funny. We get it. You sell coffee, but geez, we don't need an entire video about it on top of the constant plugs you do every video. Bad reviews are part of being a business owner. Can you not please everyone? Good God, more coffee shilling out. The gaslighting is strong in you. This is all his comment. I didn't even hit anything. I didn't even hit new or anything. I
can't believe he fed the trolls and made a whole video about this guy. You made a video as a commercial dislike. This video really didn't need to be made. I'm not going to lie. Your coffee does kind of suck and it's overpriced. So tired of hearing about coffee, so close to unfollowing. I mean, there are positive comments in here, but there are just as many negative ones. Like,
yeah.
This is another clickbait video, which is actually a 10-minute ad for your coffee. If only comments are all positive, it isn't true. Just ask the quartering that shows the dislikes for other sites.
All right.
Reviewer isn't wrong. That is indeed a lot for a little. I don't care how you spin it. That's like a $35 box deal, maybe. Felt it.
Maybe if you increase the portions. I just got a bag of your ground coffee that's butterscotch flavored. It's seriously the best coffee. There's a positive one. All right.
There's one.
Dude writing his own review. Dude is writing his own reviews like they're calling Human 4463. This is actually, I'm surprised.
It's not, Jeremy. That review seems genuine. You really made an entire video over a single negative review?
Not a good
look.
No way, you turned a story into an excuse to advertise your coffee. Very funny stuff.
Items in the package.
How does this go on for longer? All right, just let him go for a bit.
Let's go.
Let's assume the packages inside are good quality. Obviously, we'll not know for sure until mom opens her present, But I'll give the benefit of the doubt here. No, you won't. You left me a 1-star review, you asshole. Right? You left me a 1-star review. You didn't even try the coffee. The reusable K-cup adapter, first, is nothing special, but it's nice to include. Fair. It is nothing special. Doesn't really add much value since a 4-pack of those are under $10. It does add value because if you're giving a gift, now you can know that the person who gets it actually, if they don't have a K-cup, if they only have a K-cup machine, they can still use the coffee. That's the whole point of it. I'm not selling the K-cup adapter. It's like a free add-in.
Okay.
The 2 bags of coffee, medium roast and blueberry cobbler. Note, these bags are only 12 ounces and retail for $17.99 on the store. This is shockingly expensive for coffee.
It is
multiple times more expensive than any other Colombian coffee on the market. That's verifiably false also. Buying them in this prepackaged box is somehow more...
there might be a coffee that's more expensive. But just because there's one coffee that's more expensive doesn't mean that there's a multitude of options that are less expensive that are better.
Was it the 12 ounce price?
This is, bro, why is he seething this bad?
I don't even know. What the fuck is he
expensive
talking?
Than buying them individually. That's because the box itself costs
pretty much the same price, by the way.
Me more than $5 to print because I buy them in America. The 3 snacks.
All right, they're pointed, so it's like the same price. But when you buy it in a box, it should be a little bit cheaper because you're buying the box, right? You're buying in bulk, basically.
Yogurt covered pretzels, blah, 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 are even worse. There's not enough honey sticks.
Did it die? It died.
Did it?
It's okay. It died for 1 second.
For 1 millisecond?
Yeah. But he said that the add-on, the K-cup, whatever the fuck, was a free add-in, so there is only 5 items in the box then.
Yeah. Okay, it was like a 1 second red there.
In the package at my local's farmer's market, there are 4 for $1. You can get a 50-pack at Walmart for $15. Again, why didn't you go do that?
Wait, so they're right then.
So you're admitting that you don't have a good value proposition.
Well, it was the brother who bought it, by the way.
That's his story. It wasn't him.
Yeah, it was the brother who bought it.
But again,
are we not allowed to hate his coffee?
Upon questioning my brother, he admitted the company belongs to a conservative political YouTube channel that he follows, and he bought it to support a political influencer, then went on a very strange tangent I'd rather not get into. There is all the evidence. This is why I reported it.
What? Well, none of that's untrue.
You
are a political influencer. You are a conservative influencer. I don't know. Let's just say this, for instance. Let's say there's a brand of coffee called Coffee Brand Coffee that's owned by George Soros. Do you think it would be relevant to let people know it's owned by George Soros or not? You know what I mean? It's hard to separate when you're as political as quartering is, right? It's very hard to separate the politics from this product. You know what I'm saying?
The review was deleted?
What a disaster.
What a fucking bitch, bro.
I mean, if you think this review is bogus, I think, I understand why people are reporting. This is such bullshit, and it's going to hurt my company because it gets displayed prominently at the top of the product reviews now. This person didn't buy the product. He isn't the verified purchaser. He's a leftist, and he thought, I don't like that. I bought it from a...
Hold on. How do you know he's a leftist? For all you know, he could be conservative, libertarian, could be anything.
Yeah.
He could be an apolitical troll for all you fucking know. But he has to be a leftist because he brought up that the product is associated with the conservative YouTube. I don't know, man. It's a bit of a stretch.
Conservative, so I'm going to write this super Reddit-y review about it. That brings me to the final gripe with the product, the packaging. It comes in a...
Quartering telling other people they're Reddit?
Yeah, I know, right?
Excuse me?
Buddy, come on.
Don't you have a Funko Pop collection, sir?
Generic branded box. What do you mean generic? It's custom printed. It's not generic. So it looks like it went, and it looks like it went through hell. Well, that's not on me. That's Amazon shipping, bud. Unsure how much this was on Amazon's end or if it happened before shipping, but I see other review pictures of the box was also damaged. I saw one picture of that in which we reached out and we're like, we'll give you a new box. And the customer said, no, dude.
So wait a minute. You're admitting that this problem did exist?
Yeah.
So obviously, how would this guy know about it if he never touched the product?
Yeah. Ooh.
Come on, quartering. Come on, bro. You're making this too easy, Jeremy. Come on, man.
Dude, it's cool. And again, we didn't even have to do that. That's Amazon.
Buddy, this coffee is going to not sell shit.
He's doing more damage to his own business by doing this video than if he wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy.
And this is a money pit, bro. This is a money pit.
It's fault. I went to the website inside the boxes begging you to leave a review. And the chocolate cover beans were listed at this individually. I don't like the value. I ended up giving my brother half, but insisted we'll be repackaging this item in a proper gift bag, giving it to mom. And he will need to check with me before we split any more gift purchases in the future. Very disappointed as I feel he was.
I'm glad this coffee business is tanking. Like this is fucking.
He's just absolutely seething.
Yeah, this is too much.
So angry about one review.
This is crazy, dude.
Manipulated into purchasing an overpriced product from an online influencer. Does anybody in chat think that this dickwad actually bought my product?
By the way, like, is he not allowed to review Disney movies and give it a bad review?
Yeah, wait.
Because he'll cry like that this is taking food out of his mouth and ruining his business. But doesn't he ever think about the poor production assistant on Little Mermaid or whatever the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is just retarded. So nobody's allowed to do negative reviews other than him.
Yikes.
He mentions absolutely nothing in this review that he could not have gleaned from the product photo.
No, that's not true.
It says,
no.
He pointed out the issue about the box being fucked up that you admit that one other customer had. So, you know, how could he know about that if he never touched the product? Doesn't make sense, bro.
We asked for a review.
Well, can't you only review if you bought the product too, by the way?
Well, it's not a verified review.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
if it's the person that bought it, it'd be verified. He's saying his brother bought it, and that's why, yeah.
Fair enough.
Like everybody, there's nothing wrong, right? He sells himself out, and then now look what happens when you go to the reviews. When you look at the reviews, it says,
You mean like human 44655?
oh, it's not showing this time, but it shows prominent. Oh, if I go to reviews, maybe this one, it gave like top reviews and then like.
By the way.
So wait a minute. This problem he's complaining about, it doesn't even exist. He can't even replicate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. 36 reviews? Buddy.
So nobody's buying this. That's my point about this, is nobody is just stumbling upon this on Amazon and buying it. These are already, the only people buying this are quartering fans who are buying it because it's the quartering. And they're not going to be influenced by any one-star review. They're going to buy it because it's the quartering's coffee.
Yep.
Top negative reviews.
Yeah, hang on. What's this called? What's this called? What's the thing called? Hang on.
Wait a minute. It's kosher? Whoa, buddy.
Hang on, I'll rewind it. Hang on. What was the actual product
called? You gotta
called?
go back. It's the Mother's Day coffee gift box, coffee brand coffee 003.
Okay.
Medium roast, blueberry coffee. Like,
okay. Because
it really rolls off the tongue.
Okay. Because someone said.
Oh, it's not showing this time, but it shows prominent. Oh, if I go to reviews, maybe this one helpful is if people picked up their Mother's Day gift box. Yes, it is on the pricey side, but it's just me. I'm not drop shipping it. Like, we literally hand packed these boxes.
That's not our problem.
It's not my problem. Yeah.
We as the consumer,
you know,
a lot of fuck that you hand packed it. All I care about, do I brew the coffee? Does it taste good? Does it get me caffeinated? That's it. Is it at a reasonable price point? Those are the three things I care about as a consumer. I don't care that you hand packed it into a box because you don't have an assembly line. Like, that's not my problem, bro.
we hand pack every box. This isn't from, from China.
I don't give a fuck.
This guy's trying to smear my business.
Who cares?
And again, he's not even a verified reviewer. I reported it, but who knows? Maybe if like 100 people report it, it'll get taken down. But he's
oh my God.
Very obviously.
This is what's crazy is it's like, just because you're able to make YouTube videos doesn't mean you can run a coffee business.
Yeah.
These are like delusions of grandeur. Like me thinking because I'm a fat fucking guy who can talk obnoxiously online that I'm going to be the next fucking Michael Jordan and sell sneakers. You know what I'm saying? This is delusional shit.
This is actually insane.
Giving me a negative review because he doesn't like my YouTube channel. My entire business's growth depends on selling out of these Amazon boxes on Amazon. I'm not worried about selling out on our ground coffee.
Crazy is
hopefully we'll
when your entire business is dependent on one guy's review, maybe you shouldn't be in that business, bud?
Yeah. This is proof his business is dying, by the way. It is. Because it's like, oh, it's tanking the reviews. Listen, if one review tanks your reviews, that's bad.
Get to 1,000 reviews by my birthday tomorrow, or we'll get to
1,000 reviews. Ash, there's 38 still. Not one single new review has popped in.
1,000 reviews on our K-Cups. Like if you buy our K-Cups on Amazon, I've already put them on sale. They're 15% off, 10% off. But a review
So
this
wait,
negative,
they're regularly even more expensive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Early is gonna hurt my sales. So I'm hoping if you're in the market for your Mother's Day gift box, I know it's a little early. Mother's Day is a month away, but please do leave a review. Buy it. Don't leave a review without buying it. Buy it. Leave a review. Take a picture. Leave a review. Review the product. I know a lot of you have already had a lot of these products. I know this is a great product. But this dick is if Amazon leaves that review on, that's gonna hurt my sales.
It's
just so pathetic.
So, read my negative review. Then there's only one negative review.
What happens though? By the way, if people try it and don't like it, are you gonna say they're liars?
yeah. Good
review, but only a 5-star review. God forbid you leave a 4-star or lower review. Holy fuck.
So yeah, these people are losers, and they're and I wouldn't even be addressing it because it's only going to lead to
people. Wait a minute, hold on. These people, it's one guy, and you won't be addressing it, which you've just done a 15-minute video on. So you did address it in the most over-the-top theatrical crybaby way you could.
One review said the coffee smelled like cat pee. Yikes.
These people are losers, and they're and I wouldn't even be addressing it because it's only going to lead to more unverified people trying to do this. That's why if people
yes,
it up, it's roasted like literally hours before we ship it. You're not.
I don't believe that.
You know what I mean? I don't believe it, bro.
That's a lie.
It's like the best ever, but he doesn't even know when it's going to ship. He's asking his wife, but it's roasted just mere hours before being shipped out. You don't have the volume for that. Like, what is he talking about?
What is he talking about?
Not getting anything. You're not getting anything old. We ship in small quantities to Amazon, so you're getting the best quality.
I just think people have no idea how anything works at all in the world. I mean, that's what I guess what he's depending on is the ignorance of the consumer. Yeah.
Do you even believe this? This is the craziest video.
I know that's probably all the coffee whining you can take. That's fair, but it's important to me, and I get that it's not important to everybody who watches my channel and for the news and stuff like that.
Important
So
to anybody.
I get it. I'm not mad.
No one gives a fuck, bro.
This whole video was a trick.
When you get mad
It was
about
to
it.
trick you into thinking that some bakery was being forced to bake the cake for gays or trans accommodation at a local business. That's what you would think, right? You would think, oh, they're forcing a local spa to wax a trans person or whatever, right? Or they're forcing the Christian baker to bake the cake for a trans. No, it's Jeremy's own coffee business got one bad review.
You know,
And it's not even like this guy likes Trump and like some liberal shit.
but when somebody leaves a 1-star review and admits in it that they didn't even buy it, why are they leaving the review?
That's
And
so
I don't
disingenuous. It's so disingenuous,
I know.
Jeremy.
It was a fucking.
I believe that this person's review is completely motivated by the fact that he's a leftist and he doesn't like my content.
Okay.
I know that
what?
right
I
now
think-
it's only one
I
negative.
think every positive review is based on you being right wing and the viewer being right wing.
Okay, you know what I'll do,
You know what I'm
Jeremy?
saying? Like,
I'll
I don't
buy
know,
it myself. I'll buy it myself so it's verified, and then I'll review it.
No, but your review isn't good though because you're woke. You know.
Yeah,
Or
no,
you
I'm
don't
gonna,
like
I'm
him
gonna give you a
personally.
nice
I
review.
know,
Don't worry,
he's gonna
Jeremy.
cry about everybody.
Oh, good.
Negative review. But that's what I'm saying. People who get this Mother's Day gift box, hopefully they'll get yours today. I know it's early. I'm going to give everyone a break on pushing it probably next week.
By the way,
But if you get,
How merciful, sire! Wow, you're gonna give us a break? What? You're only gonna shill it 4 videos a day instead of 5, Your Majesty? What? You aren't gonna make a clickbait fucking video that's just a bait and switch?
I'm gonna give you a break.
Thank you, my liege. Thank you. How about I just don't watch your shit or buy anything from you ever again?
get it,
They don't sell to Canada. Ah, damn.
This
Once
is
you
crazy.
get it.
This is crazy, dude.
please do leave a review.
All right, everyone, leave a review.
And video review would be even better.
No.
I know there's probably reviews pending
Wait,
because
pause.
Amazon.
I just think that that's demented, and then we're gonna move on. But imagine telling your audience, who are very anti-woke, very staunch, outspoken
You have
conservatives,
to reveal their face.
to reveal their face and potentially expose themselves to getting reported at work or at school. That's not good, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
crazy.
I'm sorry, buddy. Like, people shouldn't have to put their livelihoods on the line for your $99 coffee, bro. That's
Yeah.
just selfish of him. That's bullshit.
This is against Amazon TOS, is it?
Talk
I
to
know a lot of-
yourself for my coffee. Yeah, by the
People
way, is
said
this even in accordance with TOS?
I
to
don't think
beg
so. I don't think you
people
could make
to
a
do
video
reviews?
like that's crazy.
They did video reviews and stuff like that, and I don't see them in there yet. But I'm not worried about that one negative review. I just want to flood a bunch of, I want a lot of people.
What?
Wait,
He just admitted to brigading.
I'm not worried about
Listen to this.
that one negative review. I just want to flood a bunch of, I want a lot of people to buy the box and leave a review because, an honest review, not one that they just, because they hate me.
Which, by the way, so somebody just brought up, Turtle Dude brought up, if you try to write a review, you get a page that says Amazon has noticed unusual reviewing activity on this product. Due to this activity, we have limited this product to verified purchase reviews. So whether that's quartering faking reviews or whether that's negative reviews or what the fuck's going on, at the end of the day, quartering your issue is now solved because it's now only down to verified purchases. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time to stop crying about the woke mob, bro.